Helen Yee here at Mustang Sally's Inside Ford Country, being joined by the one and only, the great coach Javier Mendez. Always great to see you. I know you're constantly super busy and here in town for Tagir's fight this weekend, right?
Yes, I'm here for Tagir's fight at the Apex this Saturday, and excited to be here.
Yeah. Always great to see you, and I know you keep doing big things. I know you have a book coming out.
Yes, we're working on a book. It's called The Sit Down with Coach Javier. And it's basically about helping everyday people, athletes, mothers, children, kids that aspire to be athletes, anybody in general that wants to do good in life. That's what I'm making this book about. It's about everybody. It's not about athletes or fighters. It's about everybody.
Well, congratulations. When can all the fans out there expect for this to be out?
Next year. It's going to be out next year sometime. Stay tuned.
Yes, because, hey, between us, I mean, you give some great advice that some of that advice has actually helped me with my swimming as well.
That's fantastic. I'm very happy to hear. I've done a lot with a lot of people that my advice has helped them, achieve some of their goals and make their lives better. And I've been doing this my whole life. So it's a chemistry that works for me to be able to enable people to see what's out there for them and to go after it.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, one of those, the number one pound for pound is Islam Makhachev. We all saw what he did just a few weeks ago. So how's he doing right now? Have you spoken to him lately?
I haven't spoken to him very much. He just left me a message saying, "Coach, I'm sorry I didn't get to say goodbye to you. It was kind of hectic." And he goes, "I love you, Coach." And that was the last I heard from Islam.
What do you mean he didn't say goodbye to you?
No, it was a roller coaster, and I went to bed early. Right as soon as the fight goes in, as soon as we get in the hotel, I go straight to my bed. And he was out there celebrating with people and being a gracious champion. There was a ton of people at the hotel, and they said, "No, let's go around." He said, "No, let's go meet all the people." That's a real champion.
Yeah, he has a very kind heart. And I remember last time we spoke about him in our interview, and you were telling me how, he gives back to the kids and just loves helping people.
He does. He there's a lot of things about him that people don't know. And the more you get to understand and what kind of kind heart he is and how considerate he is, the more the fans will love him. And obviously his fighting style is coming out that this guy can do everything. Everything I've been saying. He can stand, he can do in the ground game, you name it, he's got it. That's why I say he's the best, in my opinion, lightweight of all time, most well-rounded lightweight of all time. And I still hold by my statement that he is, and I don't care what anybody says. To me, he's pound for pound number one in the world.
Well, definitely number one pound for pound, but you say best lightweight of all time, like even ahead of Khabib?
Yes, even ahead of Khabib, as far as well-rounded. I'm not saying best of all time lightweight. I'm saying well-rounded, most well-rounded lightweight. Where he'll end up be at the end, we'll see. He's still got more fights in him, but we'll see where he ends up there. But right now, I put him as the best well-rounded of all time.
And I remember for years, over the years that you and I have spoken about him, and you've told me about like some of the sparring sessions he's had, and even with Khabib as well.
There's no secret. I've always said, when people talk to me about Khabib sparring, and I say he's never lost a sparring session ever in the history of sparring with me, never. And I'd say he does lose a round here and there. And the one thing that I've never said, who? And the person who is Islam. He's the only one that's ever won a round against Khabib, ever. He's the only one that's ever done it. No one's ever beat Khabib in a round, never. And all the years he's been with me, the 9 years, no one's ever beat him in a round, never. So if Islam is winning a round here and there, how good is Islam?
Now, we're in 2024. He had that great performance, great fifth round, submission over Dustin Poirier, number one pound for pound. In your perfect world, what would you like to see for him next, and maybe, 2024 heading into 2025?
Well, for me, if that's the question you're asking me, I would want what he wants, and he wants to, fight for the welterweight title, and let's see what the UFC offers him, because whatever they're going to offer him, he's going to take. He's not going to refuse opponents, but I'm pretty sure he would like an opportunity to go for the welterweight title. But let's see if the UFC feels the same. You know, if they do, they're going to offer it to him. If not, let's see what kind of buzz we can create to make that happen, you know. And obviously there's Arman Tsarukyan that he needs to take care of. And, yeah, Arman will be in board too, no problem. And I don't care who he fights. I just want what he wants, and he wants to test himself and go for legacy. So it's not about opponents, it's about legacy.
Yeah, definitely. But speaking of Arman, though, have you been impressed with what you've seen from him lately?
No, I'm very impressed with Arman. He's a definite title contender for sure. You know, and the better they are, the better for Islam. Then that he can prove his point. He's number one. If you're number one pound for pound, you're not ducking nobody, and he's not ducking anybody. Islam's not ducking nobody. He never will refuse an opponent. So anybody that talks, oh, he's ducking us, he's not ducking nobody. He's going to accept whoever the UFC puts in front of him. Yeah, he hasn't taken fights because of Ramadan. When he was offered the Leon Edwards fight, it was Ramadan time. So not only did Islam not accept the fight, a few other guys for that reason, not because of the opponent. These guys that are in the position where they're at, they're not afraid of nobody. I don't buy this, oh, this fighter doesn't want to fight this person. If you're a champion, all champions are not afraid of anybody. It's just what their managers do to navigate, to get a certain particular fight because that fight makes more sense, makes more money, etc., etc. That's what managers do. They put their fighter in the best position to make the most money and the most fame.
But you do mention legacy fights, and looking at that welterweight title fight, a rematch between Leon Edwards and Belal Muhammad. Belal, was he recently training with Islam or doing some training with him?
Yeah, Belal came to train with us for a couple of weeks, and yeah, he got the title shot opportunity while we were there. He was given that title opportunity, and let's see how it unfolds, because if Belal should get by Leon, I don't know what Islam's stance may be on that. It may change. I don't know. Let's just talk about that when it happens. But for right now, I know Islam would still like to be, a double champion. You know, the welterweight and the lightweight. That's history.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you and Team Khabib and Islam and everybody, you guys continue to make so much great history. The fans love your relationship with Khabib. So what was it like kind of, having him reunited in the corner and everything?
You know, when I was in my room and I saw Khabib's in the corner, Khabib, and I go, what? I ain't hear nothing about this.
They didn't tell you?
No, they didn't tell me. And I said, Khabib, are you working the corner? He goes, yes, coach, you got a problem? I go, hell no, I don't have a problem. I'm super happy. I go, but are you going to work more corners? He goes, yes. He goes, I'll be there for Islam, and I'll be there for some of the top guys. So he's going to work corners. He never said he was not going to work corners ever. He said for right now he wants to spend time with his family, which he has done. And now he's telling me, I'm so happy that he's going to be there for a few of them. So he will be there for all Islam's next fights. And that makes me so, so happy to have such a great human being, such a great corner, such a great coach with me. And I feel very happy and blessed to have him there.
Hey, he's very multi-talented. He's a man who excels at everything he does.
Everything, from marketing the fights to giving the great instructions. He needs to master the corner, though. We still need to work the corner, and because he goes a little crazy on there, up and down, slamming on the table. I say, calm down. Okay, coach. Okay. He gets really amped up. I mean, he loves his fighters so much, his brothers, that he has everything goes into that fight when he goes. So I forgot what it was like to have him in the corner. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, well, you feel his passion definitely, even like through watching him. But did you give him some advice afterwards on how to improve being a corner man next time?
Yes, I gave him instructions on, hey, it's okay, to do what you need to do, but just sit down. Yell as loud as you can to get your fighter's attention. You don't have to hit the table. You don't have to stand up and cause the commission to keep telling us, sit down. So I said, yeah, just scream louder, scream as loud as you can. He goes, coach, how am I going to reach him? I go, scream as loud as you can. That's how you do it. And you gotta be able to say things within reason, because you got to listen to the crowd. The crowd screaming. There's nothing you can say. The fighter ain't going to hear nothing. Wait for the crowd sometimes, then you can say something. Then boom, right at that time. If you watch, there's certain times where I'm able to get to Islam and I say something, he does it because he can hear me. But if he can't hear you, what's he going to, we're just wasting our breath. He can't hear you.
And I saw on your Instagram, you've been doing some bench presses. Hey, you're looking strong.
That was a few years back, and Khabib was benching, and I said, I could do that. He goes, no, coach, don't do this. I go, what are you talking about? I could do this. So I repped it, I don't know, 30 times or something like that. And he was looking at me like, what? Coach, no, stop. It's okay, you know. But I'm fairly strong, you know, when it comes to upper body and stuff. So I don't think he knew that.
Did he try to challenge you in that?
No, he knows he can't beat me there. He did challenge me to a leg workout. He said, Coach, I can beat you on legs. I go, oh, really? Okay. So then we tried it, and he went in to do the leg push, and then he stopped, like he pulled a fast one on me. He just made me think he was going to compete with me, and he didn't. He just, I'm done. He walked off. I'm like, going. So we yet to see if he's got stronger legs than me. I don't think he does.
And it's the leg press machine.
Yes, the leg press machine. Yeah, he doesn't like that one.
So you're undefeated against Khabib in the leg press machine.
Yeah, I'm undefeated because he didn't challenge me. But on the weight, I'm undefeated too.
Yeah, and for those who haven't seen his bench press video, you're bench pressing, 500 pounds?
Yeah, I'm bench pressing more like 550.
Sorry about that, 550.
Yeah, 550. I think 30 times. Yeah, sure, 30 times, yeah.
Well, that's a world's record, I'm sure.
World's record. I mean, hey, you know, we got to get the right people to make it count, right?
Yeah, definitely. Coach Javier, a very strong man indeed. But like I mentioned, I mean, we are here in Las Vegas. A lot of news kind of circulating right now for UFC 303. Who's the main event? Is it happening? Michael Chandler, Conor McGregor. What do you make of this?
I think Conor's never pulled out of a fight. I believe he will never pull out a fight intentionally. If he does pull out, there's some good reason. I think he's a showman, and I don't care for him, but as a fighter, you got to respect him, and he goes out and does his job. So I think he's going to show up, and I think the fans are going to be treated to a great fight between him and Mike Chandler. Yeah. You know, I really believe that. He's going to deliver. I believe he's going to deliver.
Yeah, delivers, and do you think that he would beat Michael Chandler?
I don't know if he's going to beat Michael Chandler, but he will deliver and he will fight. I believe that 100%. I don't believe he's going to pull out. I really don't. If it happens, it's going to be for a good reason.
What can the fans expect from Tagir this weekend?
You can expect Tagir to go out there and perform great. You can expect him to get one more notch under his belt and towards the title. You know, at some point he's gonna be able to compete for that flyweight title. I don't think he's too far away. You know, I think he's right in there, right in the mix. So this is going to advance him further, and I expect a great performance from Tagir.
And for the fans who love you and can't wait to see more of you, I mean, obviously this weekend too, what would you like to let them know?
That I'm still around.
And you have a book coming out?
Yep, a book coming out next year, The Sit Down.